This is the Hype Podcast. Longest intro ever, oh so. This is the Hype Podcast. I am the host with no name.
I'm TJ Oh So Fresh.
And we're kicking it with you every single week right here on the Hype. We got a great show for you this week, ladies and gentlemen. Oso breaks down the 5 minutes of funk. Today on the Hype. What is the big deal about the Super Bowl? Why is Colin Kaepernick even in the conversation? And do you know what the NFL does and does not pay for? But
you know, we've added something new to the end. You have to stay for the very end. You have to stay. I mean, this is like a fucking Marvel movie where you guys stayed to the fucking end because we've added something new called Today I Learned.
But before we get into all that, don't forget, check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/The Hype Podcast, or hit us up on the Hype line, 503-776-0167. We want to know what you think, you feel,
call me personally,
what you need.
Straight up call me. Because, yeah, all that shit you talk in the comments, Larry, yeah, call me fucking personally. You know, if you really got beef, I mean, leave me a message. Leave me a long, detailed message.
Or, if you need a boost, if you need a lift, if you need some hype in your life, give us a call.
Oh, because that's your thing now.
Lyft, yeah.
You're a Lyft guy.
Yeah, I started doing a Lyft the other day and make some little side money.
I gotta tell you, I know a guy that does Lyft outside of you. Yeah, and he lives in my neighborhood.
Yeah,
I get him way too fucking often.
Well, no, let me tell
you, this guy's. Hey, Corey, I love you to death, but you're a fucking long talker.
Now, what I found really interesting is, you know when like you're going out drinking and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna call a Lyft or call an Uber, right?
Yeah.
I finally learned what it's like to be on the opposite side of that. Like, you're a fucking hero to these people.
Hero to me?
Yeah. Like, this one dude, on my way home last night, I got home about 2:30, 3 o'clock. And so on my way home, I hit Vancouver about 1:30, 1:45-ish, somewhere in there. Yeah. And I'm literally just moseying on home. All of a sudden, bam, get a hit. Because if you didn't know, driving Lyft and driving Uber, it's like fishing. Yeah. It's not like the freight business that I do. You don't just sit around and wait for somebody to call you. You literally have to like kind of troll the neighborhoods. It's kind of stalkerish almost.
You wonder if you should have free candy on your car?
Yeah,
But you do have free candy in your car.
I have free snacks.
That is amazing that you have free candy in the car, but you don't advertise that on the side of the car. And you have a white van.
But I don't use the white van for Lyft. I use my car.
Because you were using the white van for Lyft and hanging around school zones. We might have to rethink how this podcast
I do it at night. I do it at night.
That sounds even fucking worse.
No, look, okay. Is it? As everyone knows me here, including you 8 people in the audience, I'm into crime stories. And so now
are you into being in one?
No. That's my point. Like, I'm driving around and doing
first mistake.
I'm driving around, and last night was my first official night. So I'm like, man, let me throw on a good podcast. No, I am not throwing on a crime podcast, picking up strangers in the middle of the night. So I was like, hey, let me throw on just some funky tunes, keep it nice and mellow. But in my mind, I'm like going over all these fucking weird crime stories that I listen to. Like that Ted Bundy shit up in Seattle, right? That motherfucker used to just go pluck people off the street.
Yeah, but they could track you down now. They know.
Thank God.
They know where you were up into the fucking moment that you fell off the fucking map.
Yeah.
I mean, because honestly, I'm not saying I planned it out, but you'd have to, like, a motherfucker would jump in your car, you'd have to knock their phone out their hand and just drive.
throw it out the window. Drive.
Yeah, I mean, when do you jump into a fucking Lyft and the guy's like, hey, let me see your phone? What the fuck you talking about?
But see, not even that would work. Because when you pick somebody up, Lyft already has your license plate, your VIN number, and everything, and you pop up as... Randall Cunningham is being picked up by Bam Bam Bam.
If you're gonna try some shit like that, you're gonna get that covered. Just say it.
Is this turning into a fucking Mission Impossible movie? What are you doing?
I'm just saying.
Nobody's planning this shit. I'm just saying it's really creepy.
You said Ted Bundy didn't do any planning. He's just like, hey, I'm just show up. Hey, hooker. Or hey,
dude,
bitch.
What I'm saying,
hey, bitch. Hey, bitch.
He actually did. He literally walked up to women and were like, hey, was like, I need some help over here. And they were like, okay. No, what I'm saying is before, like in the 80s, it was a big come up at like, don't get in the car with strangers.
Definitely.
Nowadays, we call fucking strangers to come pick us up.
It was like, don't do drugs, and drugs are legal now.
Yeah,
Same thing.
Yeah,
Same
like
thing.
drugs kill. All right, well, if Big Pharma's giving them to you, I guess they're fine.
The world is upside down.
Yeah. But no, and I actually found it really fascinating that like how many people were like, dude, thank you so much for giving me a ride. I'm like, thanks for paying me, bro. Like it's all good. No, and
I'm not gay, but $20 is $20. I'll give it to myself right there.
No, who was that? There was some rapper in the news or actor or somebody not too long ago who was like, yeah, I did gay porn, but it's not gay because I said no homo before I did it.
I don't know.
I just remember glancing at that article and I was like, nope, I'm out.
You know, it's not homophobic, but I would unfollow the fuck out of that motherfucker. It's not that he did gay porn. It's just like there's something not genuine about your soul. I mean, that's about as genuine as Bill Clinton saying I didn't inhale.
Monica Lewinsky couldn't say that. Oh,
I heard Trump shows people where it went down.
Oh shit.
I was just reading that this morning.
He has Oval Office meetings. We're like right here.
Trump is like it's about that life.
Is he selling tickets?
He's like, yeah, this is where it went down. I mean, he's very proud to show you that.
Is that part of the White House tour now, though? That's what I want to know.
I'd want to see that. I mean, I want to see where a law was actually broken. But you know, right now, I think it's time to take our little trip around the world. Something new, only 2 weeks old.
It is 2 weeks old.
Still not sleeping through the night.
Much like our show, we had a couple questions last week about the new persona of the show and who we are and what we're doing. This is the Hype 2.0, baby. We're stepping our game up. We had a couple people say, but I love that intro. And a couple people say, man, I've always hated that intro. About time you got rid of that. Guess what?
Did they say it in that totally fucking shitty black voice you just did?
Shitty black voice.
I hope you didn't do that. Yeah. Oh, let me shuffle off and pick some cotton. That voice.
That is not the fucking voice I just did.
Cotton picking voice.
Speaking of shuffling,
let's get some white women.
Speaking of shuffling off, why don't we shuffle off this 5 minutes of funk? Oh, so let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
On the 5 minutes of funk, it's now time to start off with some sports. Because you know what's been going on in the Laker locker room? Like, people I don't give a fuck about are fighting with the coach.
Yeah, dude, last week we were talking about the LeBron camp coming at Luke Walton, trying to get him out of the coaching position. This week, there was a major blow up. JaVale McGee and Michael Beasley, two people we don't really give a shit about, had a blow up with Luke Walton. They went head to head with him in the locker room after Luke Walton made some comments, and it looks like the team might be a little divided after that incident.
If you're not following the Lakers suck. LeBron's hurt, and the Lakers suck.
LeVar Ball, or what is it? LeVar? Is it LeVar Ball still on there?
And let me reiterate this. He's never going to be better than Michael Jordan, just like Tupac is never going to be better than fucking Biggie.
Not never.
Not ever, ever, ever.
Let's get into some real sports news real quick.
Like what?
Where is Anthony Davis going? Boston or LA?
If you've seen Anthony Davis, he's just going to follow his eyebrows. He got them kind of eyebrows where he look mad all the time. I mean, because you see the motherfucker talk. Like, if you've never seen Anthony Davis, you're doing yourself a favor, you know, because one year he did a spot for Gillette where they showed where he had actually trimmed him up.
That was CGI. Fuck that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean, it is the most unified brow since Groucho Marx.
More unified than the Republicans and Democrats.
Now let's talk politics,
dude. Why don't we just give this fucking guy his wall? Give him the wall.
That's what I was saying in prep. I mean, I'm just tired of it. I mean, what? Just give the guy the fucking wall.
Dude, the government shutdown cost almost as much as building the fucking wall itself. The lost wages, the amount of controversy it's caused financially for everybody.
Why not just take it out of the military budget?
Dude.
How much does the wall cost?
About 5.6, 5.7 billion. Not down to the penny, but that's just what they're saying on the news.
That's fucking nothing. We could borrow that from China. I could borrow that from China on a Sunday.
You could?
No, I'm just saying.
Hey, China, this is oh so fresh.
I mean, the U.S. could borrow that from China on a fucking Sunday.
Dude.
Or you know what? The government does? They just print more money.
They really
That's why
do.
your money's not worth shit.
Dude, Trump opened up the government gave them 2 weeks, backed off his national emergency.
Gave 3 weeks.
Oh, 3 weeks. He backed off his national emergency little declaration or whatever, but he won't rule it out. Give him the fucking wall, guys. Give him the wall.
I give no fucking fucks. I don't live in the fucking Southwest. I give no fuck.
Shit is hot.
There could have always been a wall there. I give a fuck less. So now we got to take it to entertainment for a second.
Oh, yeah. Dude, have you heard about all this? Michael Keaton's being pushed by fans to star in a live-action Batman Beyond movie.
Let's just talk about Batman movies. How about we just give that a break for a minute?
What? Get the fuck out of here. You call yourself a Batman fan?
Well, the whole thing is...
And you want a break from Michael Keaton?
There's always... The last time they tried Batman, it sucked. I mean, Batman sucks like every other fucking time.
Because they haven't done it with Michael Keaton. Yeah, that's what don't worry, I'll wait. Go ahead and find an argument for that
This
shit.
is the fucking least interesting shit on the fucking show. I mean, my God. What the fuck? No, I mean, shit. Hey, listener, why don't you call me at 503... Oh, yeah. Why don't you call me at 503-776-0167 and tell me how many fucking fucks you give about fucking Michael Keaton or fucking Batman. This is not Batman Day. This is like Big Game Sunday because I don't own the right to call it that motherfucker. We're talking about the NFL. That's coming up. That is coming up. But we got to get to some fucking local shit.
Dude, we got some major snow warnings here in Vancouver, Washington. Ooh, snow, everybody. Calm the fuck down.
Fuck that, I might miss Toastmasters.
You just like just enough snow to fucking cuddle up and not leave the fucking house, don't you? You're one of those people.
No, I mean, I get money. I mean, it fucks up my whole flow. Like, there's no snow days in my shit, so yeah.
Well, dude, nothing's fucking up
bad.
flow like the Midwest right now. Like, people are complaining like, oh, we might get 1 or 2 inches of snow here. They're getting like 1 or 2 feet in negative 40-degree weather.
But motherfucker, I don't live there.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
Be proud.
They've driven in that shit before. You ever been on the road with these motherfuckers out here?
Yeah.
This shit ain't right.
They're driving like 20 below the speed limit.
Shit.
Fucking put chains on their cars in local streets and shit.
I think I got bald tires too. Fuck that. I'm not going in. I mean, I'm literally not going anywhere. I can't.
You should put some fucking snowmobile sleds on the front of them fucking tires on the Scion. Just start whipping around the neighborhood.
Well, how about this, fucker? If I can't afford the goddamn tires, how the fuck am I gonna put that shit on my car? I'm just saying. I mean, goddamn. I don't know if that's a white privilege logic or something, but damn. I mean, shit. He's like, whoa. Why don't I just make it amphibious? Fuck, I can afford some wings too. I'll make it fly. Hey, I don't have enough for tires, but you sure could put some more parts on there.
And last but not least, on our 5 minutes of funk, now that's news. You are not going to believe this.
Now, Oprah, you remember this lady? Gave away cars and such, you know.
Oprah?
Her spiritual advisor has come out and said that her spiritual advisor was actually running for president, like everybody else. Who's not running for president right now?
Diesel Fresh.
No, not yet. I haven't put my bid in yet. I gotta get that Dewey off my record. But Marianne Williamson wants there to be paid out $100 billion in reparations to African Americans, which would benefit me.
Dude, don't you fuckers have enough money? We got enough P. Diddy's running around to fucking pay for the goddamn wall to be built. She wants $100 billion?
See, I'm cool with this until I see an esteemed council of African American leaders would determine the educational and economic projects. So, you mean a bunch of egghead black folks that are already rich are going to decide what happens to my money?
Dude, Dude, make Oprah pay for the wall.
I mean, you see reparations on Dave Chappelle, man. I mean, shit. I'm buying a fucking truck full of Newports.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is this week's 5 minutes of funk.
Five.
Oh man, I cannot believe that. Wow, we give away free blowjobs on this show. Apparently, what is with that? Why does it keep doing that?
So is that why you did so well on Lyft last night?
I got 11 rides and they wasn't for free.
Oh man, you were somebody's savior. Woo.
Yeah,
I never been with a man.
I've never been with a man either.
I'm glad Old Spice turned you on.
That was an oddly seductive tranny voice you had just now.
I'm just saying.
I just pictured Woody Harrelson in the movie from Anger Management with Adam Sandler.
No, you just seem like
my name is Galaxia.
Like, you just seem like a cheap gay like that. Like, you totally go for some do Old Spice. You totally be lured. Yeah, somebody's gonna pick up with you. You be totally lured by Old Spice.
Dude,
tell you this, by Fabergé.
Yeah, this Fabergé, dude. No, let me tell you. So one of the fairs I had,
Drakkar.
Yeah, right.
Are you lured by Drakkar?
One of the fairs last night, this cat fucking gets in. And he's like, yeah, man. He starts telling me this story about how he had proposed to his fiance earlier that day. And I mean, you know how it goes. In the Portland metro area, the rides are maybe 6-7 minutes long. So he starts out telling me this story and how the day went, and that he ends with, yeah, you know, so I proposed to my fiance today and blah, blah, blah. And like all at once it hit me like, this motherfucker's driving home, like getting a lift home by himself.
And he proposed to her today.
Yeah, and I didn't catch the end of the story. Like, I was thoroughly disappointed.
And you know what? And it's a good thing you gave him a ride, because he was like,
"Oh my God, I will fuck you up, Angela."
That's probably how old boy was feeling right there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And you saved him from.
No, but it was one of those like perfect moments. Like he's sitting there talking, and he's like, "So yeah, and this is where I proposed to her," and he's like, "Oh shit, we're here."
Have you ever proposed?
Me, no. No. God, no. Dude, I can barely fucking handle living with myself, let alone other people.
I mean, but you could have proposed.
Yeah, no, I've not even been close to that.
It's a special moment, and if it doesn't go well,
have you ever proposed?
I have proposed.
You have?
Yeah.
How did it go?
Actually, it went well, but the whole getting to the married part was pretty tough.
How's that?
Cause
shouldn't you be ready to get married if you propose?
Yeah, but there's a period after the proposal where, you know what I'm saying, between I proposed and actually getting married where, hey, shit went afoul.
Nah, see, how long were you guys together before you proposed?
I don't know. I don't remember. I'm not going into that much detail. I don't really remember. It was a while. I mean, it's like, yeah, bitch, you gonna be around for a fucking while.
Maybe that's why the proposal didn't work. that was your proposal. Yeah, bitch, you gonna be around for a while.
I walked around and I was like, hey, bitch, do you want to be around for a while? Like a long, long while? Like for his sickness and health? Do you want to be around that long? Because I got this fucking ring. And no, it's not 3 months pay, but it's enough.
I can picture you doing the fucking Wheel of Fortune shit. Hey, bitch, you want to buy some vows? Because I already paid. Here's your ring. You want to do this or not?
Yeah, are you in or out, man?
No, there's 3 phases to a relationship. I gotta get this off my chest. Give me a second here.
This is like the 5 stages of grief.
No, it's like 3 stages to a relationship.
I'm going through the stages of grief right now.
The person you meet, the person they actually are, and then the person you're getting married to. Those are 3 phases. And so I could see after you propose, like that shit may have just gone downhill once you think of...
Yeah, you got it exactly right. The person that you're getting married to.
Yeah.
But it is nice when people send their representative. Very nice to meet them.
Yeah.
Because I mean...
That's not an attorney.
You gotta be honest, because people send their representative they can send them around for a while.
Yeah.
And shit, you fuck that representative. It's like, it's like you're in like a science fiction movie. One day, you're banging out a beautiful girl. The next day, it just turns into a fucking crazy octopus monster on you. Whoa, what am I in? I'm stuck in. I can't get away.
One day you meet this beautiful girl. The next day, she's smearing "fuck Hillary" on your windshield and feces. You never know.
That did happen to a local host out here. That wasn't very good. Shout out to that guy. But what you came for and what we've been telling you we were going to do. We have to get to the main topic.
Oh yes.
The main piece,
the hot topic,
not the side piece. I really want to do the theme of hot topic, and it's our hot topic. Well, I want to mix it with like hot pockets. So it was like. Hot topic.
I wonder if we get like the Popeyes choir to nudge that jingle out for us.
I have to make two comments on Popeyes today.
Okay, just two.
I would tell you the Popeyes on 82nd and Foster. You're horrible.
I'm listening.
You're the only people that can fuck up coleslaw and serve unspicy chicken all in one round. I don't know.
How do you fuck up coleslaw? It's already fucked up.
I don't know. I mean, there was cold. There was no slawing. And also, I find that Popeye's choir that's in the commercials. I find that offensive.
I don't know. I mean,
don't you have a multicultural choir? I mean, what are you trying to do? I mean, are you trying to associate fried chicken and black people?
No,
I don't even know. Somebody looked that up. I don't even know if black people invented fried chicken.
No, dude, I can't.
They do.
I can't even envision a multicultural choir without thinking of that scene from Forrest Gump, where Lieutenant Dan says, "Well, you better start asking God to bring us some shrimp." Next scene's Forrest in the church choir, like, heaven on up. He's just like,
not what I envision a multicultural.
You can't even say
cultural. Multicultural. I mean,
Speaking
because
of
I know, because I'm thinking of the fucking reference, and I was just like, that was one white dude in a fucking choir.
That was Forrest Gump. God damn it.
I mean, but that's your idea of multicultural. One white dude and a sea of black people. That's multicultural.
I gotta balance it out.
Because that's what you're used to at your job when you got one black guy and there's a sea of y'all. They're like, dude, we're diverse here.
Hey, token black guy, please.
Token black guy.
Thank you.
So here we are. Hot topic. So today is a day that will live in infamy.
Dude, it does once a year.
Every year.
All the time.
It's amazing that you could be listening to us right now and say you don't watch the Super Bowl, but know this.
You do.
9 out of the top 10 broadcast programs of all time on TV,
Ever.
on the air, are Super Bowls.
Yeah.
I would like to figure out who the fuck is watching.
Well,
yeah, because to be perfectly honest with you, I mean, there's a few things that we'd like to discuss about the NFL today. Now, number one, let's just get this race thing out the way, because that seems to be burdening the NFL, where performers, and I'm going to list these people off, because Maroon 5 took the job, because them white boys do have a little black boy swag, but those motherfuckers ain't down with the squad. They ain't down with the squad.
but they have tattoos, bro.
Yeah, just because you do a record with Cardi B. So Maroon 5 is performing with Big Boy from Outkast and also Travis Scott. With Travis Scott, it's like he's hot shit right now. I like Sicko Mode. Hell yeah.
And Big Boy's from Atlanta, so it's only fair.
Are you gonna you want to fuck around or you want to protest?
No, I'm saying.
I mean, that's my thing. Let me get through these things. So Rihanna turned it down.
Surprise.
Cardi B turned it down.
Nobody wants to hear her anyway.
Cardi B turned it down because she got more press, because you don't get paid for doing it.
Right. Yeah.
And Cardi B got more press for doing that. Like, she's booking every fucking Democrat's fucking birthday party now
to strip at.
Now Jay-Z turned it down, and Amy Schumer turned it down, which nobody really gives a fucking fuck about.
Dude, nobody wants to hear Amy Schumer do anything.
I'm telling you, I like a chunky chick, but I hate Amy Schumer.
I will take that big ass life size glass of wine she's got, though.
Yeah. So here's the deal. Because Colin Kaepernick does not have a job.
Why is Colin Kaepernick even in the same sentence as the fucking Super Bowl? That's what I want to know.
Why isn't it over? Why didn't the NFL just do like a Tanya Harding on his ass so he could just be disqualified from fucking playing? So it's not a fucking problem. It's not like a big, hey, you know what? We didn't want to hire him, and he can't play anyway.
No, and you know why? It's because they own a day of the week, and he wanted to make a statement. Now they're making a statement of him, right? So they're going, yeah, we'll let you mill around, but we're not going to pay you. We're not going to give you any money. We're not going to give you a shot.
And then Nike didn't help by putting him in that ad campaign during the middle of the season. Like, dude, we wouldn't even be talking about him now. Nike's like, nah, let's stir that shit back up. Oh, yeah. Let's keep you blacks buying these shoes made by these fucking Asians.
Asian babies.
Yeah, well, you know.
No, but out of all this, you know what blows me away? So the NFL doesn't want to pay Colin Kaepernick. Let me tell you what else the NFL doesn't pay for. They don't pay for stadium usage. They don't pay for like players' travel accommodations, hotels, shit like that. They actually require the cities that they go to, they require them to pay additional expenses. Check this out.
The NFL requires additional expenses. Minneapolis' Star Tribune published the NFL's 153-page bid book that it obtained in 2014. The document lists millions of dollars worth of the NFL's specifications and requirements for host cities. The list includes parking spaces, hotel rooms, transportation, billboards, security, food, access to golf courses and bowling alleys, along with an exemption on paying city, state, and local tax.
They don't pay any taxes.
So they basically make no revenue.
Dude.
Oh, so there's a in Atlanta where the Super Bowl is going on today. Mm-hmm. There's a bridge. There's a pedestrian bridge that crosses over this. I think it's either the freeway,
yeah,
or one of the major streets out there. This pedestrian bridge that takes you over to transit. Mm-hmm. Originally scheduled to cost $12 million to build.
Yeah,
very lit up LEDs. LEDs aren't that expensive, but LEDs and shit. But to get it ready in time for the Super Bowl, mm-hmm, the price went up to like $22 million because they rushed it.
Jesus.
So the Super Bowl is happening today, but only like VIPs can use it because it's a security risk. And who paid for that? The broke motherfuckers paying sales tax in goddamn Atlanta.
Dude, you know what I want to know?
I mean, that's fucking fucked.
Can I roll down there? Can me and Oh So Fresh roll down to Atlanta and be like, yeah, we're part of the Los Angeles Rams. I'm a tight end. He's a fucking wide receiver. Let me get that tax discount, baby.
Sounds okay. Tight end. He's a wide receiver.
Man, you're always on some gay shit, dude. Stop it. No, I'm just wondering, can we get like some free shit if we just roll down there and be like, yeah, we're part of the Los Angeles Rams?
Well, I think the biggest problem is the cities expect to get $300 or $400 million in revenue.
Dude, not happening.
But it actually only ends up being like 30 because, okay, so you go to a city with the Super Bowl and they say, hey, we're going to be here, blah, blah, blah. And then the hotels all book up, right?
Sure.
But nobody talks about the fact that the hotels probably would have been at 80% of capacity anyway.
Oh, regularly. Yeah. So the NFL is only contributing like 20%.
And this is how you take it out of the local economy, is because those hotels, which are all national chains, mm-hmm, jack up their prices 2, 3, 4 times.
Yeah.
And then where's that money go? Goes back up to corporate. They don't spend that local.
No.
Maybe there's a little bit of overtime. And then you could just shit on the whole thing of the stadium.
Well, dude, let me tell you. When the Super Bowl was in Glendale, Arizona, that city,
I was there.
Is that a fact? No, when the Super Bowl was in Glendale, Arizona, that city lost about $1 million. They were out $1 million because of the Super Bowl, the city itself. So they ended up having to make budget cuts over numerous places just to host a Super Bowl. Same thing with San Francisco. Everybody thinks, oh yeah, the Super Bowl is going to be over here. It's going to attract so many people and create so much revenue.
They had to pay for hosting a week's worth of events.
Yep.
It wasn't like the NFL rolls into town, they drop all this shit. No, you're gonna pay for it.
Yeah, dude. Then another time, I believe it was either in New Jersey or it might have been the San Francisco incident. The transit companies.
That was New Jersey.
New Jersey lost $12 million in transit costs, and that's all include employee compensation, things like that, overtime, et cetera, security.
This is the police.
Ticket numbers. Yes, yeah.
I mean, you because the NFL is not going to pay for the stadium.
Nope.
And they're going to take out most of the revenue off the ticket, and they're going to disperse it among their teams.
Yep.
And send a lot back to headquarters. But your city, fuck you.
Well, and a lot of people don't know this, but if you look up how the Super Bowl tickets are distributed, 90 to 95% of those tickets don't go to the general public. They go to the teams in the Super Bowl, the corporate sponsors, the news media, and the other teams around the NFL. And that contributes up to about 95% of all ticket sales. The nosebleed seats that you can buy that are available for Super Bowl purchase start at about $2,500. So imagine how many of those seats are available. We'll call it 5 to 10,000 seats out of 40,000 seats, hypothetically. Imagine how much money you'd get if all those seats were available to the public.
Well, if you think about if you save up to go to a fucking Super Bowl, I'd be happier just going on a good 4-day bender in Seaside, Oregon.
You'd see about the same.
And I'd probably, and if one ticket's $2,500, I bet you I could make that all work for about $1,000. I'm just saying, there's just funner shit you could do besides go. I don't want to discourage anybody from liking sports or whatever, but it just doesn't make a lot of fucking sense. I don't want to be. I do want to be fucking. I want to make you have a critical thought about how fucking stupid the Super Bowl is. I'm gonna go watch it. I'm gonna eat buffalo wings. No. I went to a Super Bowl party and brought chicken. And no, it doesn't work. Anyway,
can you even remember back in the days when Super Bowl tickets were like $300 to the general public?
No,
I'll just ask.
I never quite had the desire to go.
Well, I was just gonna say, I'll ask it this way: do you think that you have been alive as long as Super Bowl tickets have been more expensive than $300?
I don't know.
Yeah. The last time that Super Bowl tickets were under $300 is before the 1990s. Imagine that.
Well, the NFL's a lot bigger now.
That's true.
I mean, just to finish off the Kaepernick point. Hey,
fuck that guy.
Hey, Colin. The ratings are back up. Joke's on you, Jack. Joke's on you. Joke's on fucking you.
Yo, so you already know. So it's about that time to go. We're about to get out of here. We want to thank you for kicking it with us. Shut up. Shut up. I'm fucking talking here.
They didn't want us to go.
We want to thank you for joining us on the Hype 2.0. Oh, so let's get the fuck out of here. We got to go watch the Super Bowl. Shout out to Fortress Property Management, handling all your property management needs in the Portland metro area.
Oh, let's toss that phone number, 503-752-8519.
Or check them out on fortresspropertymgmt.com for all your property management needs in the Portland metro area.
It's time to go.
It is time to go. Oh, so real quick, who you got on the Super Bowl?
I don't even know what the fuck's playing. I just spent 15 minutes complaining about the fucking NFL. No, I think, I guess I just go for the Patriots because I don't know.
I hate you. It's time to go. Don't forget to check us out at thehypepodcast.com, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and Libsyn. Like and subscribe. Rate us 5 stars, people.
I think it's easier to hate than it is to love.
Yeah, hey, hate us with 5 stars.
Because if I loved you, I want to be around you.
5 stars of hate. That's how we're going to spin it.
Yeah, because if I hate you, I don't even have to see you no more. So a new feature on the Hype Podcast today is Today I Learned. So today I learned how to make tacos. Well, taco meat. Because up until this point, I just thought you threw the meat in the pan and just threw the taco seasoning on top of it. Come to find out, no, you have to add water. I actually worked at Taco Bell, and for somehow, some way, fucked up the process of making taco meat. So anyone that I've made nachos for thus far, that's a lot of people. I just want to say sorry. That Johnny seasoning salt was not enough to truly season that fucking hamburger in your tacos. That's for me. So what did you learn this week?
Oh, you talking to me?
The only other motherfucker in this room.
Oh, I was jamming out on this little fucking piano, so I wasn't listening. What did I learn this week? Is that what you asked me?
What did you learn this week?
I learned that you make some bomb-ass tacos. I learned that Colin Kaepernick's still making more money than me.
By far.
And I also learned that I'm a superhero in my own right.
Really?
I give rides to drunk people, motherfuckers.
And that is great.
And we out.
Fuck it! We'll do it live!
I didn't know you were going to ask me about the